really, really happy. We can use more of the engine. Woo! Welcome back, everybody. It's been a couple of weeks and we've been away, but in the meantime we did get the ECU sent away to Two Wheel Dynoworks for a reflash. So I sent that on Monday of this week, and today is Friday and it's back in the bike. So another great turnaround from Two Wheel Dynoworks. So it's back in there, things are buttoned up. We're going to do a test run right now. So fingers crossed everything's good. We will see an ECU light on the dash. That will clear after a couple of runs on the bike. So here we go, let's do a little test fire. This, remember, is because we have installed the Horde power intake now. So this ECU flash is for that and the exhaust that we've got, essentially. So we are gonna see if the bike runs. Fingers crossed, everybody. Let's give it a go. All right, so far so good. Okay, so that's excellent. The bike is back and running. I am gonna put some of the bodywork back on. The belly pan has just shipped today from the UK, the race style belly pan, which we're gonna need for racing. But even it's still good for track day, and it's gonna be a benefit if we ever lose any oil. It's gonna, avoid spilling oil on the track, even for track day. So that's a good thing. But I'm very glad that it's running. I'm going to put some of the bodywork back on just in case we get to do a road test this weekend. So I'm not fully promising that we're going to get to do that, but if we do, you'll see it in this video, and I'll take some footage obviously from the ride. But for now, I'm going to start putting some of the bodywork back on. Right now I've literally just put a couple of tire wraps around to hold the intake system in place. Eventually there'll be a bracket that comes out and meets to one of these mounting points. But because on the dyno day what we're going to do is switch between this and this unit. So if you remember, I made up a set of intake tubes from a set of Chinese velocity stack things, and I've bought this sock filter. So what we're going to do is run a test of the Horde power versus this, and the only reason I'm doing it is because number one, this probably weighs a little bit less, and number two, I want to see if you can get the same results as the Horde power from essentially what the sock filter was $55, the velocity stacks were $20. So for the region of $60–70 plus one of the intake pipes, wherever you get that from, you might have a similar result. And if I take this sock off, so that's what the intake looks like. If you remember from the other video, that's what I made. So we're going to try that out back to back. So that's why I've tie wrapped up this unit for now, so we can do an easy swap on the dyno and check back-to-back results with the same tube. So there you go. Right, I'm going to put some bodywork back on, and so you'll see me maybe tomorrow with that, hopefully somewhere near done. Okay then, so we are back together, ready for a test ride, and not everything's quite back as it should be right now. I've missed the inner panel of here, but it doesn't matter, everything's secure, tight, and good enough for a test ride. So I put some fuel in it, checked the tire pressures, double checked a few of the bolts for the brakes and everything. You can see these case covers do stand out quite a bit from the fairing on this side. The other side is fine, so that's pretty close to the original fairing point. So I just wanted to point that out. If you're thinking about these, they do stick out a little bit. All right, well, with no further ado, I'm going to pop you inside my helmet and we'll try and go out for a little ride and see what we think to the hard power. Now, because I haven't ridden this bike in probably 5 months, I'm probably going to be feeling the speed anyway, so it's very hard for me to say, oh yeah, it's way faster than before, but we'll just see how it feels. Okay, finally we're back on the road after all the months in the garage. Let's see how she feels. Okay, so we've still got some little bit of exhaust burble, which is good. I didn't want to lose all the character of the exhaust noise after the ECU tune, so that's cool. I was wondering what the deceleration would feel like, because I think they do a change to fueling under no throttle, you know, deceleration. It feels, you know, not too different. There might be a little less engine braking, but at the moment not really that noticeable, so we'll see how that pans out. So it's definitely got a real nice mid-range pull. I can feel the difference just accelerating off the corner. Sounds like a Mini R1 now. I am really happy. The engine's got a little bit more character now. Just a little bit more character to it. A little bit more mid-range punch. First gear is electric. And I'm pretty sure the rev limiter's higher. Well, I know it is. We can use more of the engine. pretty phenomenal. Oh, she's tasty. She is tasty. Okay, that is so cool. So we've picked up some real nice mid-range now. It makes you want to hold those revs higher now. Before, on the track, I could kind of sense the bike was, it wanted to get me up another gear earlier. It was running out of puff at the top end. Good. So that was cool. Got 2025 R7. Had to stop and say hello. Yeah, good to chat with him. But yeah, the bike is feeling really good. I'm very pleased with the change we've made so far. We are going to put the bike on the dyno just to verify what she's doing. I can already feel that, well, I feel, you know, like I feel more power. I feel like I feel more mid-range. So, it's a good sign. Well guys, I'm going to call that an absolute result so far. Like I was trying to say in the video, I don't know if you can hear it, so I'm just going to review very quickly here. Definitely felt like more punch out the corners. That mid-range is definitely improved. The top end, the rev limiter's higher, I can tell that already. So we've got a bit more room to work with at the top end, and the strength is there at the top end as well. So that's all the things that we wanted to see happening. That's the end of the video. I'm going to do some things like checking my chain and sprocket tightness, you know, see if there's any stretch already, check my torques on a few things on the bolts just to make sure that everything's tight. And then the next video, hopefully, will either be doing the belly pan install for the race style belly pan, or we'll be on a dyno. So come back and see what we're up to next time. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you can. Bye for now.